There's a big field of Republicans competing to challenge Clarence Dupnik for the sheriff's job. Terry Frederick, Vincent Holk, Chester Manning, Mark Napier, and Walt Setzer. All of them cite their law enforcement experience as deputies, police, or U.S. Marshals. And they all claim Clarence Dupnik has become a hands-off sheriff who lets 3 top assistants really run the department. Terry Frederick is the only former Pima County deputy in the race. He wants to cut top commanders from 3 to 1, use the savings to hire more deputies, and require all commanders to spend 8 hours a week on the street.
I plan on forming a multi-jurisdictional task force to patrol the border, the isolated rural areas of Pima County for drug smuggling, human smuggling, and anything that may be any contraband going out of the country as well.
Frederick says he would devote more deputies to border work and work to combine their efforts with state and tribal agencies. Vincent Holk says a combination of 20 years with TPD and 36 years in the Air National Guard gives him a broad perspective on police work and leadership. He says he is troubled by Dupnik's resistance to enforcing Arizona's SB 1070 immigration law.
The primary thing that he has said that it will cause racial profiling, and that is very misleading. It is inaccurate. That statement that he made, he cannot back up with facts. In fact, it just shows me the lack of confidence that he has in his deputies who are enforcing the laws daily.
Chester Manning says Dupnik's stand on 1070 made him want to run, and so did Dupnik's comments the night of the January 8th mass shooting.
The bigotry that goes on in this country is getting to be outrageous. And unfortunately, Arizona, I think, has become sort of the capital.
3 of the 5 candidates, Holk, Walt Setzer, and Chester Manning, say those comments are part of why they want to unseat Clarence Dupnik.
He had a perfect opportunity to bring our community together on January 8th, but instead he chose to tear it apart for political reasons.
Mark Napier points to deep experience in law enforcement management as a Tucson police captain and as a senior manager with Glendale PD. Like all of the candidates, Napier sees Clarence Dupnik as too much of a hands-off sheriff who lets 3 top managers really run the department.
I think it's time for a visible, dynamic, and energetic and engaged sheriff in Pima County. We haven't had that for a very long time. I would like to exercise more fiscal leadership to make sure that the tax dollars of the Pima County population is being spent in a wise manner. I'd like to exercise more crime control leadership to make sure that deputies are using the most modern, most aggressive crime control techniques.
Walt Setzer is a retired deputy U.S. Marshal. He says marshals handle a lot of the duties of a sheriff, including jail management and court security.
We don't have the management. The deputies aren't being directed. I've got some programs that I want to institute, and one is called the community-oriented policing program, and it actually gets the deputies involved with the community, with the businesses, and they work together first to identify problems and then to come up with solutions.
Setzer, Holk, and Manning all say Dupnik's comments the night of the January 8th mass shooting are part of the reason they're running. They say he was badly off base when he said Arizona had become a center of bigotry. Craig Smith, KGUN-9 on your side.